out of the plane, they were directing us. They were saying, and there was a whole bunch of tents that were all set up. And so we were running towards those tents. And as I ran, the guy in front of me, they had these ropes that were holding the tent up. He hit one of those ropes, slipped up, whoa! I heard him hit the ground. Well, that gave me I stayed low and kept, and then there was a bunker that was just an open hole in the ground. And that's where they were directing us to get into that hole. And as I jumped into the hole, I landed on someone, and I heard them go, whoa! So I threw myself up against the wall of the hole as other people were coming in. People got hurt, from other people jumping on them. Well, then we just slept outside and hot, humid, welcome to Vietnam. The next morning they got us up and they said, okay, and in the movie Platoon, as they're getting off the plane and they see the body bags over on the ground and the wind blows out and they look down and they say, man, is that what I think it is? And then they see a bunch of these guys who are rotating back to the world and they look like, man, you could see they've been through some shit. Boy, they look like, oh my God, what happened to them? And they say, yeah, new meat, fresh meat to the Nam. Welcome to the Nam. And those are body bags that they were getting ready to load back on, to go back to the States. And these guys are getting ready to go back. And here we are, all brand new, fresh and pressed. And so they send us into this area. I thought to myself, oh my God, this is it. This is no more playing games, no more acting tough, no more saying, man, I can't wait to go to the Nam, man, send me, you train me, I'm ready to go, Now, it's like, oh damn. Just looking at those guys, the way they look, sent a chill through you. It was like, they didn't, in their eyes, they talk about that 1,000-yard stare. You could see it, that hollow look in their eyes, like they're looking past you. They're looking into your soul. It was like, man, what have these guys seen? What have they been through? Well then, they got us all in this open area and then they start calling you out names and telling you what unit you're going. Stand over there, you're going 2nd Battalion, 9th Marines, you're going to recon, whoever you're going to, that's where they would point you. After I found out that I was going to the hotel company, 2nd Battalion, 9th Marines, and they sent me over to the side, and so then they loaded us up on trucks and they took us up to a place called Phu Bai, and then they unloaded us and they said, okay, your unit's over there on the side of that hill. And it was like a ravine area, and the guys were over here and the guys were over there on both sides of the ravine. And nobody said, hey man, welcome, hey brother, how you doing? Nothing. I mean, they looked at you and they all had that unbelievable look about them, man. They're like, oh my God, what have these guys been through? I mean, it shook you to your soul, man. And I looked at them and, I said, hey man, there was a bunch of us, it was like 10 of us. I said, hey, we're new. And one guy just looked at me and said, pointed, like right there, wherever you guys. So we all started laying down, and that night it started raining. And I laid down close to where the ravine was, and next thing I know, the water's running through there. Hey, new guy. That's what they call new guys. Nobody talked to you. The only guys you really had any conversation was with the guys that you came with, the new guys. And the other older guys, I remember one time I was talking to this brother named Miller, and I was trying to start up a conversation with him. He He said, hey man, I want to hear that shit. He said, I don't want to get to know you. He said, until you've been here a while, man. After you've been here a while, yeah, I'll talk to you then. But till then, I don't want to know you. It was like wow, you know. And so I stayed to myself. I kept to myself. I just did what they wanted me to do, you know. My first outing, they called us all together and they said, today we're going back into an area where we've been before, and you know, the point man's going to really have to be on his toes. He said, we're going to go through the hedgerows where they set up booby traps along the hedgerows. He said, so you got to watch out. And he said, then when you come through those hedgerows, that's when they'll hit you. So you got to be on your guard. You got to watch out. And I sat there and I thought to myself, whew, I'm glad I'm not Point. And then he said, Yepis, your Point. And I thought, oh my God, I mean, again, the chill just went through you. It's like, man, I don't know what to do.